The decade of remembrance, and it's been going on now since 2014. And in 2014, our son Mahan was invited to Flanders Fields in France, and he got an award from the French government for his work on the First World War and for prisoners of war in the colonies in the First World War. And he was invited to a place called Perron, north of Paris, and myself and Sheila decided it was a chance to go to France. We'd go to see the First World War and go and trace what was going on. And we went then to Perron, and we were at the ceremony, and of course we thought it was a grand casual thing. We went dressed in our anoraks and jeans and sauntered away into this place anyway. So there were all these hoity-toity fellas, all swanky people, top historians from France and England were there at the Flanders Fields Museum, where Mahan got his an award. But at the same time then we decided this is a chance, because we had Mahan with us, and Mahan is an expert on the First World War. Actually, last week he was in America. He was attending a conference on First World War in America as well, and he had been in Oxford the week before, and the same thing. So his whole thing is the First World War at the moment. But while we were in France in 2014, we decided that we'd take the chance to go to Boulogne to see where Father James was buried, because we always heard that he was buried in Boulogne. And we went to Boulogne anyway, and Boulogne is a very old-fashioned city on a hill sloping down to the sea. And we eventually found the graveyard, and we found the grave, and we found where Father James was buried. And I suppose at that stage we were probably only the third persons to visit the grave. The only other people who visited before us was my sister Deirdre went years ago with her husband, and then shortly after that Michael went as well to visit the grave. So the number of people who visited Father James's grave were very few and far between. So I decided then that I'd like to put together as much as I could on Father James, and I gathered stuff together. If you look on the history site for Scotland, you'll see there's a big piece about Father James on the Scottish history site as well. So last year then, they were doing a conference in Bath. They were doing a conference on Catholic chaplains in the Great War. And the man who was actually doing the conference was the man who wrote this book, James Hagerty. And funny enough, in 1996, something appeared on the Holly Bow about Catholic chaplains, and Father James's name was mentioned in the article in the Holly Bow, and about these lads going writing a book about the chaplains. So I wrote to Tom Johnson, who was one of the people who did the book, and explained who I was. And he wrote back he had a good lot of information gathered on Father James, so he sent me back whatever he had. I then wrote to the archives in England, in the War Archives, and at that stage they had nothing. Anything they had was burned, so they didn't know, what, and they really just had an idea where he was and where he was buried. That's all they were telling me, where he was. So, as I say, I stuck into it anyway and put things together as much as I could, and what I have now is more or less the story of Father James shining. So, Sheila, give me the next slide now. This is the conference that we had in Bath. We went to Bath to the conference. I was asked to give a paper on Father James in Bath. I did. The principal speaker at the conference was James Hagerty, the author of this book.